So shout out to the FEMA camp pharmacy manager that didn't have time to profile me today. He wasn't with the shits. It was enough that he had to come out and help out in the line that was gradually forming before him. And this man wasn't trying to profile me, and it's a good thing because I was with the shits too. I pulled in the parking lot, fed up, not at them specifically because I didn't expect a whole lot from this particular brand. I expected only to be pleasantly surprised if it actually lasts and applies and as wonderful as it seemed like it is. It should be, or is promoted to be. Okay, we'll see. Right now, this is what it should look like. Boom. So let's see how it goes on. Yeah, I like it, but it seems like there are only a few applications in it. Felt tip crayon eyeliner. It sounds oxymoronic, right? So let me sing the praises of these candles. I have never before heard of wooden wicks. I only ever learned of hempwick in the recent decades. So, Mr. brings me things regularly from the FEMA. Okay, henceforth from today, we, instead of calling the FEMA camp stores, we're going to call both branches of them different things. You got to keep switching up on Al, because these Al's out here, and y'all wonder how y'all get caught in y'all stuff. Because Al be on the job. Al is programmed to come get you. Anyway, so Mr. Goes to the chamber store regularly and brings me back stuff. Well, he and therefore we have been on this candle kick to the point where I did a candle video for you guys last year, showing you all the candles we love most. And we have since been buying the shit out of those candles. Well, those candles went on sale last month. And when they went on sale, we got candles every week. We had a tendency to buy them out. Now, we mostly got my two favorite scents that I told you that I loved in last year's video. And those scents were whiskey and Tabasco and absinthe and black fig. And they both are as delightful as they've always been. And they smell as delightful as they always been. Whiskey and tobacco. And I wasn't one of those little girls who love, there's a breed of little girls who love the smell of cigars because of their dad or uncle or grandfather or whatever, their pipe. And I never had that experience. But when I smelled this whiskey and tobacco, I was like, oh, I bet you this is what those little girls be smelling when they smell that tobacco smell that reminds them of a man in their life that they love and admire and respect. The thing that I can say is seems different about these since we bought them, and I guess we must have start buying them on the ground floor, because we've seen all the difference in packaging. Now it still has this nice, thick glass, and it could just be me, but it seems like the other, yeah, see, and this is empty, but it seems like the glass used to be darker, and I like that. I liked when the glass was darker. But anyway, there's my favorites, whiskey and Tabasco and absinthe and black fig. So needless to say, we have about 12 of each of these. 12 of each of these. And in the initial falling in love with those two scents in that brand, we found this as well, which I love as too. He likes it too, but he doesn't think it's as strong as the other ones, and he likes the strength of the smell in the other ones. I love this shit. I love this shit. And I like that it's cobalt blue. That alone is so many reasons to love. I love that shit. So we have several of those. Not as many as, we don't have as many of anything as we do the whiskey and tobacco and absinthe and black fig. He's acting all surprised, like, oh, I didn't know you liked that one too. Then I'm going to get them all the time when they went on sale. And I'm like, how do you not know? I told you a million times, and you liked it because it's not, it's not a total girly smell either. But, I mean, it's a unisex fragrance that's amazing. And I went out of my way and bent over backwards going on and on about this fragrance. How could you not know that I love it? He was like, cool. I'm like, no, back up from cool. And how did you not know? I did a whole ass video. So yeah, we got this blackberry brandy too. Oh, this is my shit. Anyway, I hope I'm able to edit that out so it's not time consuming. But anyway, so we fell in love with those. They went on sale. He got a shitload more of both of our favorite fragrances and a couple of more of the blackberry brandy for me. But in the meantime, the sale was still going on, and we had so many of the same ones. So, and he wanted to just venture into different stuff. They're happening. Oh, that's their brand too. My God, they're racist. They're racist, but they're doing this. Like I said, you got to do what you can do is when you can, as best as you can do it within your means, and they fell within our means, and still providing quality products. So there you be. And plus, I have a personal history with them because one of their little heiresses interned at an advertising firm that I work for, and she fell in love with me and called me mom the whole time. But I don't know if she's racist today, but that bitch fell in love with her mom, her black mom. She fell in love with her corporate mom, I'll tell you that much. But everybody loved me. Even the people that didn't love me, loved me. And they couldn't even help it. There's a girl that worked there, a white girl. There's no doubt that she considered herself an earth girl. You know what I mean? Like, she went on vacations to Peru and stuff. And she wanted to see the, modern, a Y2K hippie. I mean, this is the type of bitch that if you hug her, she would make you hug her the right way. Like, if you go to give her a hug, she'd be like, no, heart to heart. You gotta hug heart to heart. You gotta hug this way. That's that bitch. And she was so annoyingly earthy. But I'm a real bitch, so I expressed myself. I had love for her, but I am not a phony person. So I was real around her. And people respect that. People respect that. And they know they know when it's done in love. No matter how shady it seems, sounds, and feels. So anyway, I constantly did that to this bitch because she got on my everlasting nerves. Everlasting nerves. One day she said, tough love, you don't like me, do you? And I said, no, I don't. No, Becky, I don't. And I continued to work. Because this is how, this bitch would come over and sit on the floor next to my desk in Indian style pose, yoga pose. I'll say in Indian style because that's how old school. She would sit Indian style next to me and just talk to me. And it was aggravating as fuck. But her heart was so clean with it. So I had to respect that. But it was annoying as fuck, and I didn't hesitate to express it. Anyway, this is about candles. She was like, you don't like me, do you? And I said, no, Becky, I do not like you. You know what this bitch said? She said, that's okay. Everybody's not going to like everybody all the time. Oh, bitch. I was like, what am I going to do with this bitch? What am I going to do with her? But that was her way. I have to respect her path. When it's not hurting anybody, and in fact it's constructive, I can't have a problem with somebody else's path. Anyway, at this particular multi-billion dollar company in the advertising department, the heiress to this company who does all of these candles, apparently, all of the variations of the candles I'm showing you is from that same company. Every last one that I'm showing you today. And therefore, every last one that I have in this house right now that is permeating the atmosphere in this household. So he got whiskey tobacco, absinthe black fig, blackberry brandy, and then he decided to try some new ones. Since he saw himself getting the same old, he wanted to get some different ones. So high-end candles also on sale. So he got these purifying aromatherapy candles. If you ask me, the other ones are aromatherapy candles too. So bitch, take your pick, they all good for it. So he got this purifying one. And these have wooden as opposed to the cork lids. And they also have 3 wick sites. It's a trio of wick sites with these aromatherapy. That's purifying. And I burned 2 of these. I think it was rejuvenating. Or did I just... Yeah, it was rejuvenating. It was rejuvenating. And I think the scent was lavender. I'm not sure. But anyway, just like with these other containers... Because this one's empty. This is one of the first ones. Remember I brought this around to show you how much darker the glass used to be. Because stuff is making noise that I'm not comfortable with. Because I'm not supposed to hear noise from anywhere else. So at the end of the day, clearly the point is that as a glassaholic, I'm unable to not use the containers. So this one, and on this one, the label peeled off so easily. it just peels right off. So between doing this, and it's really easy to get all of the wax out. Let me know if you need to know how that's done, but it's really easy to get most of the wax out. So I get all the wax out. I line something in the bottom. These cotton pads are just in there until I line something in the bottom of there. And you can put anything down there. But I'm not using these, but like these stoppers. Well, I don't know if they're actually stoppers or whatever, but I use them a lot. You can put that in there to stop things from moving around that you happen to put in there. And as you can see, this is empty because I haven't decided what I want to put in there. I'm trying not to have these all over the house, but and that's a wood lid too, and it goes on there secure. So that means this would be a good stash container as well. Girl, I'm just saying. Anyway, so after the original shit, and everything is a white candle, by the way, except for the ones you'll see that on. But everything is white candle. It's just the only thing that varies is the scent, and I'm fine by that. I'm cool with that. Again, those have the cork lid. These aromatherapy ones have a wooden lid, and it's also very airtight and secure with a beautiful glass container. As you saw, he ventured into the aromatherapy ones to try something new. Then he happened across these candles. They don't smell very strong in their raw wax form, but as they burn, they definitely put a nice, light, even aroma in the air. I like the hourglass shape. I kind of like that they're deep. There are other things that go along with that. But anyway, these labels come off easily as well. But it doesn't matter because this is not a glass that I would be using again, because as it burns, you'll see that soot collects at the top. But I don't know how this works yet because this is my first time burning one of these through. And I've never before seen a wooden wick, which was the whole point of this video, is to introduce you to wooden wicks. Those of you who don't already know, because of course I'm sure the whole audience of ASMR people are familiar with wooden wicks. And how I know this is because once Mr. brought these home, and they're also beautiful how these do have layers of colors. You can see like this one does here. And they also have wooden lids. They're darker wood than the other one was white wood. Here, seals nicely, airtight. So yeah, this is white wood, whereas this is a dark wood. It has wood lights on the top. Autumn Evenings is the scent on this one. Nice. Man. These scents are so soft but filling to the nasal passages. They're soft but filling. Like they do the job. They get the job done. So I'm just not sure what I would use this glass for afterwards. Oh, yes, I am. Freaking makeup brushes and stuff. Man, these containers alone. But I'm a glassaholic, so these containers alone are bomb ass to me. So he started getting these for me to try. And I looked and I was like, oh, that's a wooden wick. And when I lit it, I was like, oh shit, because it lit across. It's wide. This is what the wooden wick looked like. And so it lights completely across. It's not like the tip of a wick. It's a wide piece of wood. Not wide, but it's a 1/2 inch wide piece of wood, and it lights completely across. Now that concerned me because that looks, I wouldn't say flammable, but it looks like it could pop, some shit could pop off in terms of fire hazard. Because the fire is so strong and big once it gets across the wood. And you can see here how big that flame is. Because it travels the entire width of the wick. But what's amazing about that is that it still burns extremely slow, so that the scent is wafted in the air without the smell of wood burning. Because wood burning smell, that smoke from burning wood getting into my lungs, is the reason why I can't do incense. And it seems like even the woodless cones, incense cones, seems like I still get some soot in my lungs or something. I just can't do it. I can't do it. But this bitch here, I don't feel any wood soot remnants in my lungs. I don't smell any burned wood, which is not a bad smell, but I don't smell any burned wood. I smell all fragrance, period. And then, as I set it to the side, you know, I still kept an eye on it because that's the biggest flame I ever seen for a damn candle. So I'm still keeping my eye on it, right? Well, as I'm keeping my eye on it, because I have it placed right directly in front of me to keep my eye on it, I start listening and I'm like, it sounds like a roaring ass fire. It sounds like a roaring ass fire, like when people set the bonfire out in the backyard and kick off a evening with friends or some shit. It sounds like a bonfire. I would hope that I could capture this for you, but I'm pretty sure I can't. I hope I was able to capture it. And if I wasn't, don't trust me. Go buy you one and listen to that hoe. It's going to sound like a roaring fire. Because at first I was like, what the fuck? I was like, it sounds like it sounds like the house is burning down right now. It sounds like a roaring ass fire. Which is initially alarming for about 5 to 10 seconds. Long seconds, because that's a long time when you think something could be on fire. By sound only, because it sounds like it's good and it didn't just catch fire. It's good and on fire and been on fire for a minute, but yet you don't smell anything burning. That's alarming. But then after you realize it's the candle, and you're like, what the hell, is that flame dangerous? And then you go from that to, I bet you people can find that soothing, because you start seeing the whole hot chocolate and s'mores and hot dogs roasting over fire, being at the beach in an actual bonfire, or it's sitting in front of a fireplace over the holidays or some shit. And I'm like, I imagine people would find it soothing. And so I did an ASMR search on it, and I was like, I knew it. I knew these motherfuckers was going to appreciate this shit. I knew they would appreciate it. And there's people out there with the right kind of microphones to pick up the sound and just have nothing but this burning fucking candle. So this must be the granddaddy. This must be the pioneer of wooden candle wicks. Because as I look, this is all the candle I see with the wooden wick. Now, I did see a tutorial on how to make a candle with a wooden wick. And I don't know who these people are that know how to do this, because I've never even heard of a wooden wick until Mr. brought this candle home. And when I do my searches on candles with wooden wick, this brand is the only brand that pops up. So they mess around and found a niche. I don't know what kind of wood this is either. Is it bamboo? What kind of wood? What kind of wood is a candle wick made out of? Because that shit is on and popping, pun intended. That's nice. And with the flame so big, you would be concerned that, well, maybe I'm not going to get my money's worth. Because with this flame this large, this candle is going to be gone in a couple of hours. But nope, it burns slow. It burns clean. It burns nothing but fragrance. But it burns strong and loud. Who can ask for anything more from a candle? I can't imagine them having tea. I'm like, man, I would like for my tea candles to burn this slow. Do they have wood tea candles that have wood wicks? But the flame seems so big, it seemed like it would be too big for something as small as a tea candle. But I got a Yankee wax warmer that I would like to put a candle underneath with a slow burning wooden wick. That would be nice. But it's cool. I'm gonna enjoy this as is until other companies get on board. They about to ball out on this. Now, having appreciated those, and Mr. and I both agreeing that this wooden wick thing is something to behold. It seemed like some shit that should have been on Shark Tank. But if it was discovered by a major brand like this particular one, then, they're a lighting empire. So they're the biggest name for bulbs, light fixtures, and things like that. So why wouldn't they jump into candles? It seemed like they're overdue if you ask me. But I'm not here to make them more money. Anyway, in the meantime, as the sale continued and Mr. continued to bring candles home, he saw they have these thick white glasses. It's the same type of thick glass, the quality glass, but it's white. So he got a few of these, same cork seal, wild aloe and fern, vanilla rose. Oh, they all smell so clean. Olive leaf and citron. I thought I was gonna like this. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's light and powdery. I like it. But I thought I wasn't going to like it because I saw the Citron. And whenever I see that, I think about citronella. And citronella, not only does it stink enough to make to give me bubble guts, I also think it attracts mosquitoes. And people's whole point of burning citron candles is to repel mosquitoes. Well, guess what? Meanwhile, yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about these, the hourglass trios. I'm going to call them hourglass trio because they have 3 different scents in them. And they're shaped like hourglasses. So the thing I don't like about the hourglass, the wood-burning hourglass trios, the wood wick hourglass trios, is that when the flame does get deep into this glass, I have to lean in pretty far to light my wick. Or that's not a terrible, terrible complaint. Because it's a wick. You just make it really long and go in there, right? I mean, we're probably not going to go around wiping our eye that hard. But if you do, bitch, it's over. Oh, man. Y'all know, I wonder if, you know what I just randomly wondered? I wonder if my house smells like weed and I don't realize it. I wonder if my house smells like weed and I don't realize it. It's so easy to take stuff for granted. That is really a freedom. Because I realize some of y'all can't do that. Y'all got kids and stuff. Grandkids running around. I mean, some of y'all free to do what you gonna do. Y'all be like, I'm grown. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm talking about those of me. Oh, sorry about that. I'm talking about those of you who, you know, you got grandkids and kids that you're being careful in front of. Because you're convinced that caution needs to be taken where cannabis is concerned. That's just what it is. It is what it is. It's okay. You know, I'm as woke as they come. But if there were tiny kids around me whose parents knew they could trust me around the kids, but who are raising their kids in an Christian extremist situation, I would need to be careful around those kids, right? Out of respect for how they're raising their kids. You can't just go around being free with everybody's kids. You have to be cautious of that. And that's a fact that you're not telling these little girls that's up here spread eagling and ass out twerking on the gram for views. You're not telling your young sisters that. You're not telling your young sisters this ain't cool. You're saying, congratulations, girl, you made it up out of the gutter. Look, you made it. You famous. Or you popular. Or you got this many followers. Look at you. Get down. Literally no matter what it's for, and nobody's pumping anybody's brakes. In the name of not wanting to be a hater. How about you love her and be honest with her? Be a love her. Even if she don't love herself enough to realize that doing so is not being a hater, but in fact, loving on her. Oh! My back is not playing games. I'm heavy, y'all. I'm heavy. It don't make no sense. It seems to me, in my experience at this point, and with the knowledge I have, that if intended for topical use, your best bet is deactivated, or even better, hemp. Yeah, I feel like hemp has, I feel like CBD's content is more hemp derived than the THC portion, although don't get it twisted because both are used conjunctively. Don't let them convince you in terms of more of one or the other. Anyway, so the bottom line is they're used in conjunction. Don't get fooled. Don't get fooled again. It smells so good and it's all fragrance. That company did that. And you know they racist because they got the nerve to name themselves something that racists love to claim. You know they racist. Oh, but y'all did that. Y'all did that with these candles. Oh, and I ain't gonna lie, I done had to settle for some of your light fixtures too. You got the monopoly. Who can't? These candles make me think you deserve the monopoly. Ugh. It would do good to find out that, okay, maybe I'm right. They say, maybe you're right. Maybe we were racist. But, you know, to tell you the truth, since the whole watching America, even since Obama's election, we realized the wrongdoings of supremacy. And we have tried to do our part into just ending racism. Or toward it. Because we might not see it in our lifetime. Keep it real. But to no fault of our own, because we decided as a family we're going to cut that shit out. I just have made them some used to be racist that ain't racist no more, but they probably still just as racist as they ever been. But they candles smell so good. They're candles. I want there to be it's not that we don't be wanting there to be a black-owned company. We want there to be one. And maybe you say, well, there is one. You just have to go find them. Maybe somebody don't have time to go find them, to do the research to find them. Their product need to be good enough to speak for itself, and just do what you can to try and blow this monopoly out of the water so we can know about you and come support you. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers did that with these candles. Man, I really don't want to stand for them like this. And they probably ain't no less racist than Yankee, who I imagine must be their biggest competitor, because these motherfuckers could give Yankee a run for their money. Correction, these motherfuckers are giving Yankee a run for their money. So I guess this company is the lesser of the two devils. The lesser of two devils. And they're pricey, but I ain't gonna lie, they might be kind of worth it. But I'm not worried about that because we got all ours. We cleaned up on sale. We cleaned up when they went on sale. Cause you can't convince me that these candles gonna ever be on sale for no $5 in life. Never. How do I sit around here like I don't have stuff to do? Where they do that at?